They say money doesn't lie. But what if your bank account isn't just a record of transactions? What if it's a mirror reflecting your energy? Most people think numbers measure effort, intelligence, or luck. But here's the paradox. Your balance isn't showing how hard you've worked. It's showing how aligned you are. Your bank account is a mirror. The energy it reflects about you might reveal more about your consciousness than any financial statement ever could. Think about it. Two people can work the same job, make the same income, and live completely different financial realities. One constantly struggles, while the other attracts unexpected flow, gifts, opportunities, ideas that turn into income. The difference isn't in skill, it's in signal. Your money frequency broadcasts louder than your resume. The quantum field listens to your vibration, not your hustle. And if that sounds woo-woo, you're about to see why it's actually pure energetic logic. This video will challenge what you think you know about money manifestation. It's not about affirmations or effort, it's about vibrational alignment. When you understand how your emotions, beliefs, and daily habits shape the energy of money, you'll realize that financial freedom isn't earned, it's tuned, and that tuning begins inside you, long before it ever shows up in your account. So, if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right and still can't get ahead, stay with me. You're about to uncover the hidden energetic patterns that are silently shaping your wealth. Once you see them, you'll never look at your balance the same way again. Because what's reflected in those numbers isn't luck or failure, it's feedback from the quantum abundance that surrounds you. And before we dive in, take a second to subscribe to the channel, not just to watch another video, but to step into a community that's rewriting what wealth really means. Turn on the notifications, because every week we explore the intersection of spiritual wealth, energy, and prosperity, helping you master the unseen side of money. Ready? Then let's look into the mirror together. Most people think their bank account is just numbers on a screen, but what if it's actually a mirror of their vibrational alignment? The energy of money doesn't lie. It reflects every thought, emotion, and belief you carry about abundance. When the balance looks low, it's not punishing you. It's whispering. Something in your money frequency is out of tune. It's like standing in front of a cosmic mirror that only shows what your subconscious is currently radiating. The reflection isn't meant to shame you. It's there to guide you. Imagine two people earning the same salary. One always feels drained and anxious. The other seems to attract unexpected bonuses and opportunities. The difference isn't effort, it's vibrational alignment. The first person operates in scarcity mode, constantly leaking financial energy through worry. The second has an abundance mindset, allowing the prosperity vibration to flow freely. Reality, it seems, listens more to your emotional signal than to your logic. The bank statement just plays back the song you've been humming all along. Money doesn't come from your job. That's just one of its delivery systems. It comes from quantum manifestation, the invisible flow between thought, emotion, and frequency. If you keep checking your account in fear, you're reinforcing scarcity codes into the quantum field. But if you look at it with curiosity, even gratitude for what's there, you shift the energy of money instantly. Gratitude is a kind of frequency stabilizer that changes the data your mirror reflects back to you. Think of your bank balance like a biofeedback tool for your wealth consciousness. It's not about the digits, it's about the signal they carry. When it expands, it means you've been living in trust, generosity, and aligned action. When it contracts, it's asking for calibration. One way to recalibrate is through subconscious reprogramming, catching those quiet thoughts like, "I never have enough," or "money is hard," and replacing them with gentle truth. I'm learning to harmonize with the abundance energy that's already mine. This doesn't mean pretending to be rich or ignoring your bills. It means realizing that every transaction carries an energetic signature. Paying rent with frustration sends one frequency. Paying it with appreciation for having a roof sends another. The financial energy you circulate multiplies according to your emotional tone. Even small acts, tipping with joy, giving without fear, saying thank you to money, are like tuning forks adjusting your wealth frequency to match expansion. Some might laugh at this idea, that the universe cares about your mood when you swipe a card, but physics already shows us that observation alters outcomes. In quantum manifestation, your emotional observation is the command that instructs energy where to flow. Your feelings about money are the software. Your bank account is the screen. If you want to change the display, you have to update the code. That's where vibrational alignment becomes practical, not poetic. So next time you log into your account, pause before reacting. Ask, what story am I seeing reflected back to me? Maybe it's the echo of old beliefs, maybe the residue of fear, or maybe the start of your next expansion. Because here's the truth, most people miss. Your balance isn't fixed, it's fluid. It mirrors the dance between your quantum abundance and your emotional coherence. And once you understand that mirror, you'll begin to see why most people have been manifesting money in the wrong way entirely. For years, people have been told that money manifestation is about vision boards, affirmations, and repeating "I'm rich" until the universe believes it. But the quantum field isn't impressed by repetition. It responds to coherence. You can say 1,000 affirmations about wealth, but if your subconscious reprogramming is still running the script, "I'm broke," the signal gets jammed. It's like trying to tune into jazz while your frequency is still stuck on static. The law isn't broken. It's just receiving mixed messages. Think about it like this. If someone keeps texting you, "I'm fine," while their tone screams frustration, you know the truth. The energy of money works the same way. You might say the words "I'm abundant," but your emotional tone, your vibrational alignment, might still be broadcasting fear. The universe listens to feeling, not phrasing. That's why so many people do all the right techniques and still see no change in their financial energy. They're speaking abundance in English but feeling scarcity in vibration. The real secret of quantum manifestation is emotional resonance. It's not about what you think, it's about what your nervous system believes. You can visualize a mansion all you want, but if deep down you feel undeserving, your frequency rejects it like a body rejecting a transplant. To shift that, you need gentle subconscious reprogramming. Small, consistent signals of safety and worthiness, meditation, breath work, or simply saying, "It's safe for me to receive," can start recalibrating your money frequency faster than any mantra. And let's talk about hustle culture, the biggest misunderstanding of all. Many believe that working harder will convince the universe to pay attention, but in quantum abundance, effort isn't the currency. Alignment is. Think of it as surfing. No amount of paddling matters if you're not catching the right wave. You can grind 12 hours a day and still repel prosperity if your internal current runs against the prosperity vibration. The ocean of energy rewards rhythm, not resistance. Even gratitude, and when forced, can backfire. If you thank the universe through gritted teeth, the abundance energy senses the tension. Real gratitude is relaxation, not performance. It's that quiet sigh when you realize, "I'm already supported more than I thought." That's the frequency of receiving. That's the space where spiritual wealth begins to grow, not from manipulation of the universe, but from communion with it. It's not a spell, it's a synchronization. Most people manifest money as if they were begging a god to notice them. But wealth consciousness doesn't come from pleading, it comes from partnership. You and the universe are co-investors in creation. You bring the vibration, it brings the opportunity. The more you align emotionally, the more financial energy finds pathways to flow toward you. You stop chasing money and start magnetizing it. It's less of a hunt, more of a dance. So if your money manifestation hasn't worked yet, maybe you're not doing it wrong. Maybe you're just doing it too mentally. The next step isn't to think more, but to feel deeper. Because once you uncover how your emotions are silently depositing resistance into your reality, you'll finally see why your past beliefs have been making invisible withdrawals from your abundance mindset all along. Every person carries invisible transactions running in the background, old money stories inherited from family, society, or even culture. Those beliefs act like hidden fees silently deducted from your financial energy. Maybe your parents said, "Money doesn't grow on trees, Anna," or "Rich people are greedy." Those phrases didn't just shape opinions, they programmed your subconscious reprogramming. They told your nervous system that wealth equals danger, and without realizing it, you've been blocking quantum abundance ever since. Picture your mind as a bank vault filled with both gold and cobwebs. Every memory, every emotional imprint, deposits either expansion or resistance. When someone grows up hearing arguments about bills, the energy of money becomes tied to stress. So when opportunities arise, their vibrational alignment unconsciously withdraws before even trying to stay safe. The universe keeps offering, but the internal accountant keeps stamping insufficient permission. It's not a curse. It's conditioning. One of the sneakiest blocks comes from guilt. Many carry ancestral guilt for surpassing their parents' income or living differently. The subconscious whispers, "If I earn more, I'll leave them behind." That belief drains your wealth frequency like a leak in a hose. Healing it isn't about disowning your roots. It's about honoring them by rewriting the story. You become the ancestor who breaks the scarcity cycle, transmuting limitation into spiritual wealth. Try this small exercise. Write down 5 money phrases you heard as a child. Then, next to each one, ask, "Do I still want this to be true?" This is how subconscious reprogramming begins, not with affirmation, but with awareness. Awareness shines light on the emotional contracts you unknowingly signed. Once seen, they lose power. Suddenly, you realize that the abundance energy wasn't missing. It was just locked behind outdated agreements. And it's not just childhood. Past failures and heartbreaks can leave emotional debt. Someone who lost money once may now fear every risk. They say, "I'm being careful," but what they mean is, "I don't trust the quantum field anymore." Yet the universe never stopped offering. It's like refusing to use your phone because you once dropped it. The money frequency still exists. You just have to pick it up again, with courage and forgiveness. Forgiveness, by the way, is the ultimate deposit. When you forgive yourself for past mistakes, you release the frozen prosperity vibration trapped in shame. It's not about pretending nothing happened. It's about saying, "I can learn and still receive." That energetic shift reopens accounts you didn't even know you had. Many who practice this notice new income streams or synchronicities almost instantly. Not magic, just vibrational alignment restored. So as strange as it sounds, your low balance might not be from lack of work. It's from old emotional bookkeeping. Those outdated entries can be rewritten, because once you see that money reflects consciousness, not effort, the game changes. And that's where the science behind quantum energy begins to reveal why your wealth isn't earned, it's tuned. In the quantum field, effort is just one variable, but consciousness is the command center. Most people still believe that the harder they work, the more they deserve. Yet energy doesn't operate by sweat, it operates by signal. Quantum manifestation isn't about physical struggle, but about energetic precision. When your vibrational alignment is coherent, the energy of money begins to orbit you naturally. It's not mystical, it's physics meeting awareness, where observation creates outcome. Think of it like tuning a radio. You can scream at the speaker, twist every knob, even shake the device, but unless you align the frequency, you'll only get noise. That's how most people treat their finances, full of motion, low on resonance. The money frequency responds to the emotional wave you emit, not the number of hours you log. A relaxed, confident state sends out a clean signal. Anxiety and self-doubt scramble the transmission, creating distortion in your financial energy. There's a simple but powerful truth. Consciousness is currency. When your awareness expands, your wealth frequency expands with it. Every act of mindfulness, every moment of presence strengthens your ability to perceive opportunities the fearful mind overlooks. That's why meditation, journaling, and emotional regulation aren't spiritual fluff. They're energetic investments. They refine your prosperity vibration, aligning your nervous system to the rhythm of quantum abundance. Science calls it coherence. Spirituality calls it flow. Either way, it's the same principle. Two energies vibrating in harmony amplify each other. That's why calm confidence attracts results faster than chaotic effort. When your internal energy stabilizes, the external world organizes around it. You stop chasing outcomes and start synchronizing with them. That's wealth consciousness in motion, not labor, but leverage through alignment. Here's a practical example. Imagine a business owner who feels desperate for clients. They post daily, send emails, hustle endlessly, yet their energy screams scarcity. Another entrepreneur with fewer actions but deep abundance mindset glows with ease, and people feel it. Clients flow to that vibration. The difference: one works from fear, the other from faith. The quantum manifestation process rewards coherence, not chaos. This doesn't mean you stop acting. It means your actions become extensions of energetic certainty. When you move from aligned inspiration rather than panic, each step multiplies in effect. That's the paradox of spiritual wealth. When you no longer chase money, Money chases you. The energy of money is drawn to consciousness that feels at home with it, like iron filings to a magnetized field. You're not commanding it, you're resonating with it. So maybe the question isn't how can I make more money, but how can I make more alignment? Because once you learn to tune your energy, your thoughts, breath, and emotions into a coherent field, you unlock the code to quantum abundance. And that brings us to something deeply practical, the exact method, the coherence protocol, that can tune your energy to match the reality of wealth itself. Tuning your energy to quantum abundance isn't some abstract ritual. It's a practice of coherence between mind, body, and emotion. Think of it as resetting your internal Wi-Fi before trying to connect to the universe's network. When your breath is shallow, your thoughts frantic, and your body tense, your money frequency becomes static. The energy of money requires calm reception. That's where the coherence protocol begins, learning to breathe, feel, and think in sync with the vibration of prosperity. Start with the breath. Deep rhythmic breathing signals safety to your nervous system, and safety is the foundation of vibrational alignment. You can't attract abundance while your body is in survival mode. Try the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this before checking your bank account or discussing finances. It might sound simple, but it's a reset button for your financial energy. The calmer the breath, the clearer the signal. Next comes emotional tuning. Ask yourself, what emotion would I feel if I already lived in wealth consciousness? Maybe it's peace, gratitude, or excitement. Now, practice embodying that feeling for 90 seconds a day, without any condition. Feel it just because. This isn't fake positivity. It's subconscious reprogramming. You're training your emotional field to match the prosperity vibration before evidence appears. That's how quantum manifestation really works. Energy first, evidence second. Now align your thoughts with that emotion. Write a list of statements that feel expansive but believable. Not, I'm a millionaire overnight, but I'm learning to manage abundance energy with confidence. The trick is coherence, every thought, feeling, and breath saying the same thing. When they sync, your wealth frequency locks onto the wavelength of results. That's when coincidences multiply. It's not luck, it's physics dressed as magic. A key part of this protocol is the action pulse. After alignment, take one inspired action, just one. It could be sending a message, posting content, researching investments, or donating something small. Action anchors vibration. Without it, energy remains theoretical. The quantum field loves motion rooted in trust. Each act confirms, I'm already participating in abundance, which tells your subconscious that prosperity is your default setting. Consistency is the amplifier. The more often you practice this protocol, breath, emotion, thought, and action, the faster your spiritual wealth stabilizes. Over time, you'll notice how life starts matching your new frequency. People respond differently. Opportunities appear, and money flows in unexpected ways. You're not forcing outcomes anymore. You're tuning into them. This is financial energy turned symphonic. Yet even the most aligned signal can weaken when unnoticed leaks occur. The subtle ways your energy drains without you realizing it. Those invisible withdrawals are often the reason abundance feels inconsistent, and unless you patch them, your coherence can fade as fast as it builds. So before moving forward, it's time to uncover where your energy and your wealth might be quietly slipping away. You can be perfectly aligned in the morning, meditating, visualizing, feeling your wealth frequency, and by night, wonder where that flow went. That's the power of invisible withdrawals. These are subtle energy leaks that quietly drain your financial energy throughout the day. They show up as worry, comparison, guilt, or even overgiving. Each thought of I hope it works, or they have it easier than me, is a micro-withdrawal from your abundance energy. The universe doesn't punish. It mirrors imbalance. Think of your vibration like a savings account. Every joyful moment, act of gratitude, or aligned decision adds to your quantum abundance. But every complaint, fear, or resentment deducts from it. The leak isn't in the external world, it's in your emotional bookkeeping. When you constantly monitor results, doubt your progress, or replay failures, you unconsciously invest in scarcity. The energy of money flows where your attention goes. Attention, truly, is your currency. One of the biggest leaks is energetic over-responsibility, trying to fix everyone else's life. Many people with good hearts end up energetically bankrupt because they confuse compassion with sacrifice. Helping others is noble. Draining yourself is not. If your generosity doesn't include you, it's not coherence, it's collapse. Maintaining vibrational alignment means giving from overflow, not obligation. Otherwise, your prosperity vibration turns into fatigue masked as virtue. Another leak hides in self-criticism. Every time you shame yourself for not being there yet, you create an energetic overdraft. The subconscious hears, "I'm not enough." That command lowers your money frequency immediately. Instead, practice gentle correction, the way a good teacher guides, not scolds. Replace "I should have known better" with "I'm learning to handle wealth energy wisely." That's subconscious reprogramming disguised as kindness, and kindness is magnetic to spiritual wealth. Even your environment can leak energy. Clutter, unpaid bills stacked on your desk, or digital chaos on your phone carry stagnant vibrations. Cleaning your space isn't just aesthetic, it's energetic hygiene. Order signals readiness to the quantum field. Imagine deleting old files and feeling a literal rush of relief. That's your financial energy coming back online. Your outer space always mirrors your inner coherence. Relationships matter too. Surrounding yourself with chronic complainers or financial pessimists creates emotional contagion. Protect your abundance mindset like a sacred asset. Spend time with people who normalize prosperity, who speak gratitude fluently, who celebrate your wins. The wealth consciousness grows stronger in uplifting company. Energy, like money, multiplies through collaboration, so curate your emotional portfolio wisely. When you seal these leaks, you start feeling lighter, as if more energy is finally available for creation. But patching holes is only half the journey. The real transformation begins when you learn to rewrite the subconscious codes that created them in the first place. And that's where we step into the realm of deliberate reprogramming, where scarcity turns into overflow and your inner balance sheet finally glows in gold. Reprogramming your money blueprint doesn't have to take years of struggle. The quantum field responds to consistency, not time. A focused 7-day practice can create more change than months of random affirmations. The key is immersion, saturating your subconscious reprogramming with new signals until the old scarcity pattern loses charge. Think of it as upgrading your inner software, so the energy of money flows naturally again. You don't fight scarcity, you outgrow it vibrationally. Day 1 is awareness. Write down every belief you hold about money. Be brutally honest, even the embarrassing ones. Money is stressful. I'm bad with finances. Rich people are cold. These are the codes that shape your wealth consciousness. Seeing them on paper is like turning on the light in a dark room. Awareness neutralizes shame. Once you see the stories, you can start rewriting them with compassion and curiosity. Day 2 focuses on emotional clearing. Choose one strong belief and ask, where did I learn this? Maybe it came from your father's frustration or your mother's fear. Feel it without judgment. Then, consciously breathe through it until it loses grip. Emotional neutrality is power. It reclaims financial energy that's been frozen in the past. You're not just healing your mind, you're cleansing your vibration. The next day, the field feels lighter, more responsive. Day 3 is about replacing. Create 3 new beliefs that feel both positive and believable. I'm open to quantum abundance. I handle spiritual wealth with wisdom. It's safe for me to receive. Repeat them while visualizing your prosperity vibration expanding. The trick is feeling these truths in your body, not just thinking them. When emotion fuses with thought, the subconscious accepts it as fact. That's the alchemy of vibrational alignment. Day 4 activates gratitude, not the forced kind, but the real, cellular gratitude that melts tension. Write or speak 5 things you appreciate about your current financial reality, even if it's small. Gratitude anchors abundance into the present moment, teaching your subconscious that you're already participating in wealth. It transforms your money frequency from chasing to attracting. This is how quantum manifestation gains momentum. Day 5 invites embodiment. Move your body as if you already live in overflow. Walk slower, breathe deeper, smile more. Subtle shifts like these communicate certainty to the quantum field. On day 6, take inspired action. Make a call, Apply for something new. Declutter your wallet. Donate a small amount. Action seals alignment. It proves to your subconscious that you trust your new abundance mindset. Every movement becomes a statement of readiness. Finally, day 7 is integration. Spend time in silence. Visualize your energy like liquid gold circulating through your chest, radiating outwards. This is your wealth frequency stabilized, no longer frantic, no longer seeking. It simply is. You'll notice external confirmation soon, a message, a client, an opportunity, but the true proof is the peace inside you. Yet even after a week of coherence, some will still wonder why money sometimes refuses to appear. And that question leads us right into the next revelation. So what happens when you do everything right? The breathwork, the affirmations, the quantum manifestation rituals, and still, nothing shows up. Most people think it's proof they've failed. But the quantum field never ignores you. It mirrors you. When money doesn't appear, it's not rejection. It's feedback. The energy of money is incredibly honest. It simply reflects the vibration you're sending most consistently, even if that vibration is unconscious fear disguised as trying hard. You see, effort without alignment creates resistance. The wealth frequency doesn't respond to force. It responds to flow. Sometimes in the moment you stop obsessing and everything finally starts moving. It's like trying to pull a door that only opens when you push. The block isn't in your technique, it's in your tension. The universe isn't saying no. It's whispering, relax. Your abundance energy can't reach you while you're gripping the steering wheel. One of the most common hidden blocks is the waiting vibration. When you keep saying, "I'm waiting for my manifestation," you're unknowingly affirming separation. Waiting keeps wealth in the future, but the prosperity vibration exists now, in this breath, this moment. Instead of waiting, practice vibrational alignment through presence. Ask yourself, if I already had the money, how would I feel right now? Then act from that feeling before the evidence appears. Another subtle block hides in comparison. The moment you measure your worth against someone else's success, your financial energy splinters. You send mixed signals to the quantum field, one of desire, one of lack. Comparison is emotional debt. It costs you focus and joy. The antidote, appreciation. Every time you see someone thriving, whisper, "That's evidence of what's possible for me." The field doesn't understand envy. It understands resonance. Then there's the control block, the need to dictate how, when, and from where the money manifestation must come. This is the ego's way of trying to help the universe, but it ends up slowing everything down. True creation works through surrender, not strategy. When you release control, you stop choking the flow. Trust turns into your highest investment, because nothing multiplies spiritual wealth faster than faith. Practical example. Imagine someone desperate to sell a course or close a deal. They visualize daily but secretly fear rejection. That fear creates static. Then one day, exhausted, they give up, and the deal appears. Why? Because they finally stopped blocking the frequency with emotional noise. The moment they surrendered, their signal cleared, and the abundance mindset recalibrated. The result wasn't random, it was resonance restored. So when results seem delayed, don't ask, "What's wrong with me?" Ask, "What part of me is out of sync with receiving?" Because failure is never punishment, it's precision feedback from the quantum field. And once you learn what the field truly responds to, not thoughts, not words, but coherent alignment, you'll finally understand the real secret behind manifesting money without struggle. The truth is, the quantum field doesn't care how many affirmations you recite. It only cares how aligned you feel when you say them. Words are sound, energy is substance. You can repeat, "I'm abundant," 100 times a day, but if your body contracts with disbelief, the energy of money hears the contraction, not the phrase. The universe is vibrationally literal. It doesn't read your sentences, it reads your nervous system. That's why quantum manifestation begins in feeling, not in speaking. Alignment isn't about perfection, it's about honesty. It's admitting when fear still lingers, then gently bringing it into coherence instead of suppressing it. The abundance mindset isn't forced positivity, it's emotional authenticity. When you allow fear to be seen and soothed, it stops distorting your money frequency. That's emotional transmutation, converting dense energy into flow. The prosperity vibration expands through truth, not performance. Most people try to affirm their way into abundance while secretly arguing with their own words. The mind says, "I'm rich," but the subconscious whispers, "Liar." That internal contradiction scrambles your financial energy. Instead, start small. Affirm what feels reachable. I'm learning to trust the quantum abundance around me. I'm open to receiving support. Those statements resonate because they align thought and emotion. When coherence is real, the wealth frequency responds instantly. One practical exercise: before any affirmation, pause. Take 3 slow breaths, place a hand on your heart, and ask, "Do I believe this right now?" If the answer is no, soften the statement until it feels true. This isn't downgrading your dream, it's calibrating your vibrational alignment. You can't leap from scarcity to overflow in one jump, but you can walk there steadily. Step by step, the subconscious reprogramming becomes permanent. The quantum field responds best when your inner world and outer actions harmonize. If you say you're abundant but hoard every penny in fear, you contradict your signal. If you affirm generosity but undercharge your work, the field gets confused. The fix isn't to fake confidence, it's to live congruently. Each aligned decision reinforces your spiritual wealth pattern, telling the universe, "I'm available for prosperity that feels natural." Think of alignment like a symphony. Thoughts are the notes, emotions the rhythm, actions the instruments. When they play in tune, the energy of money joins the orchestra effortlessly. When one is off key, the entire melody feels strained. Your goal isn't volume, it's harmony. Once that harmony locks in, life starts humming back to you in the same tone. Money doesn't come from effort, it echoes your emotional music. And that music, when tuned to the highest coherence, turns you into a living magnet for prosperity. It's not about chasing, convincing, or begging. It's about becoming the song that abundance recognizes. Because the moment you truly embody that frequency, wealth stops being a goal and becomes your nature. And that leads us to the final transformation: how to become the frequency of a millionaire long before it ever shows up in your bank account. Becoming a millionaire isn't about a number, it's about nervous system regulation. True wealth consciousness begins when your body stops reacting to money as a threat. The quantum field mirrors that calm confidence. Most people think wealth is something they'll feel once it arrives, but the field works backwards. You receive quantum abundance once you feel like someone who already has it. That emotional pre-wealth is the code the universe responds to. It's embodiment before evidence. To live as the frequency of a millionaire, start with identity. Ask yourself, how would the wealthiest version of me walk, talk, breathe, and decide? Then practice being that person in micro moments. The energy of money responds to identity more than to desire. When you embody prosperity, even in small gestures, tipping well, dressing intentionally, speaking gratitude, your vibrational alignment strengthens. The universe can only match who you are, not who you wish to be. A millionaire mindset doesn't spend from fear or flaunt from ego. It moves with peace. It invests time and energy like sacred currency. That's spiritual wealth, knowing that every choice, from what you eat to what you think, influences your money frequency. When you treat your energy as valuable, life mirrors that respect. You'll notice doors opening not because you demanded them, but because your prosperity vibration became undeniable. Here's a simple exercise. Before making a financial decision, pause and ask, does this feel like expansion or contraction? Millionaire energy always chooses expansion, even when it's uncomfortable. Sometimes that means investing in learning. Sometimes it means saying no to what drains you. Each choice sends a signal of worthiness to the quantum manifestation process. You're teaching the universe that you can be trusted with more, because you manage what you have with alignment. The real wealth shift happens when you detach self-worth from bank balance. The financial energy in your account may fluctuate, but your inner frequency doesn't have to. Millionaire energy feels stable regardless of circumstance. It's the calm sailor in a storm, centered, certain, magnetic. That calmness tells the quantum field, this one's ready. The result? Opportunities flow like currents towards still water. You stop chasing wealth, you become its gravity. One fascinating thing happens once you reach this vibration. Money begins to serve a higher purpose. You start using it to amplify meaning, not status. That's where abundance energy becomes contribution, funding ideas, supporting others, creating freedom for yourself and your community. The wealth frequency turns from accumulation to circulation. This is when prosperity stops being personal and becomes planetary. So if your bank account is a mirror, becoming the millionaire frequency means polishing the reflection until it shines with certainty. Even before the numbers change, you'll feel the shift, calm confidence, gratitude, flow, and that feeling, it's the proof that your quantum manifestation is already unfolding. Because the truth is, your balance sheet was never the measurement of wealth, your energy was. And that brings us full circle, back to the mirror itself. So now that you understand it, your bank account isn't just numbers, it's energy in numerical form. Every deposit, every bill, every balance update is feedback from your vibration. The quantum field has been mirroring your wealth consciousness all along. The question is, what kind of reflection do you want to see next month? Because the energy of money will always follow your emotional leadership, not your fear, not your hustle, but your coherence. If you really think about it, how many of your financial habits come from trust, and how many come from survival? How often do you make a decision from expansion instead of contraction? These questions aren't about guilt, they're about power. Because once you shift your money frequency, the world has no choice but to reorganize around your new signal. That's quantum manifestation in action, invisible, precise, and immediate. I want you to remember this. Prosperity doesn't arrive, it awakens. It's not hiding somewhere outside of you. It's waiting for you to vibrate at its level. Every time you breathe deeper, forgive faster, or express gratitude, you upgrade your financial energy. You're literally teaching the quantum field how to treat you. Money is loyal to consciousness that respects it. So, what are you going to do differently starting today? Will you treat your thoughts like investments? Will you audit your emotions the same way you check your statements? Drop your reflections in the comments. I'd love to hear what this mirror showed you about your own abundance mindset. Let's turn this community into a movement of awakened creators who understand that wealth begins with frequency, not figures. And if this message hit home, subscribe right now. Don't just consume this content, embody it. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next lesson on quantum abundance and spiritual wealth, because this is just the beginning of your recalibration. The next video will take you even deeper into the energetic architecture of prosperity, and you'll want to be there when it unlocks.